What's poppin', my peoples? Check out these shorts. These shorts are for practice because I'm trying to perfect a design, and I just wanted to show y'all. I got my file open right here so I can show you a little bit of kind of what goes into it if you're interested in machine embroidery. So I've always been a fan of this kind of boxy bins. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it's the coolest whip ever. So usually what I do is I start by making something on Procreate, because if you just use the image itself, it's not going to be quite as easy. This is what the original image looked like, and I just put some bold, solid layers on top in order to make it, in order to make it kind of easier to look at in the program. I'm gonna make a long story short by showing you this is pretty much what you have to do. So this is Hatch embroidery. It doesn't work on Mac, which is really aggravating. I got one of these little box PCs for like $200, and you basically have to like digitize each shape one by one. And what's cool about this program is that when you left click, it does a straight shape, and when you right click, it does a circular shape. So see, I'm doing this, blah, 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 straight. This is just me showing you. And then you press enter. This is just an outline, but you can go into the layers and make it into a fill. But yeah, anywho, you have to do that for each piece. Then once you do that, you'll have all of these different layers. Some of them are going to be just lines, like as you can see, and then some of them are going to be fills, and you have to put them in a specific order, because obviously you don't want this light to show up under the blue. You don't want these bits of the hubcap to be underneath the gray part, right? So you have to think of it in terms of, what do I want to stitch first? I stitch the blue piece first. First I do an outline just to make sure that the fabric is tacked down. Then I do the fill, and then that's when I start sequencing things. So you can see here, this little green box is where it starts stitching. So it'll go bzz, 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 and then it ends right here. You see this red thing? It's kind of out of place. I have to fix that, but I'll show you why in a minute. And then my next bit will start where that last piece ends. This bit here is just an underlayer, just because I don't want whatever fabric to show underneath, and I'm just gonna stack things on top of it. A lot of times it'll do
an auto underlayer,
which sometimes you just want to fool with it yourself because you don't want it to be extremely thick. If it's super thick, it's just gonna break your needle or your thread's gonna break. But yeah, you see where this little line stopped? The reason I did this line is because I have this bit, which is the front bumper, and see where this one ends? There's the end right here of that line, and then we start the next bit right here. So that's kind of what I was explaining in my other video. So you're really just gonna do that over and over again until you get it correct. And I tried a bunch of times with mixed results, and I'll just show you what each one looks like. So the order I did them in were 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the best one on these shorts. So number 1, you can see that right here, the blue is popping out of the bottom, and that is because of something called pull compensation. Imagine this is something on the fabric, right? This is all fabric. You're putting a stitch here, 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 here. It's gonna pull those stitches in. So it makes things oblong and out of shape, right? It's gonna make a circle into an oval. With pull compensation, you add a certain amount. In the program, when you put pull compensation, it's gonna look like a little bigger and a little off, but it'll look right on your fabric. I also was trying a stitch pattern that I just thought looked interesting. I thought it would be like shiny in the sun, which it is, but I decided to go against it. It didn't really go with the vibe. So number 2 is a little bit of an improvement. You can see that I kind of went with a different stitch pattern here on the hubcaps, because this was just entirely too small. Like, that doesn't even look right. And you can still see there's a little bit of orange poking out the bottom and right here, which is not supposed to be the case. See, it's supposed to look like this. Also, when you're dealing with like really small spaces, this is a thin column. Right here, I used a fill stitch, but I was like, nah, actually, you know what? It probably would be better if I used a satin. So I did that. Number 3, we don't really need to talk about. It got out of alignment. I don't know what the hell happened. I was drinking, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you, I was drinking. So I gave up on that one. But the 4th one actually looks pretty darn good. I figured out the pull compensation. See, now these are not really ovals anymore. See how there's like extra stitching right here that's like visible? It's because I didn't have the pull compensation right, which you can also see in my previous examples. And I simplified what was inside the hubcaps. So yeah, that's the digitizing I did for sweat material. You really have to think about all the different types of things you're going to want to put it on, because I might have to make a whole different file for like a thinner t-shirt, or you know, something that's like a woven material instead of like a jersey knit. And this is the one I did today, which is my favorite so far. It's almost perfect. This one here on a t-shirt, because I have a t-shirt that has a bunch of stains on it, similar to this one. I mean, nasty. I wanted to put this on top of those stains. And look, back to the bathroom. Hey, Lou. The tires look pretty good. Maybe it could be more in the middle. The little hubcap patterns. I think I need to add more underlay, like right here. See how you can see the pink underneath? Other than that, I think this one looks pretty good. I need to make a bigger space right here between these 2 bottom lines, and then I'm gonna put it on my shirt. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm down to help. It's been a learning process, and I'm having a good time.